Hey guys, welcome back. Today we have an awesome guest for you guys, Joseph Robinson. He's on day 28 of eating only watermelon. He's on his watermelon cleanse and the results look really epic. I've been following him on Instagram and that's why I brought him on. So I'm super stoked. I think he's also lost about 25 pounds just on this cleanse alone. So let's hop into it. How's it going, Joseph?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you are just vibing so high. I love seeing your posts
Mhm.
on Instagram. So
Thank
28 days, how has this experience gone so far?
you. It's been amazing, man. I learned a lot about myself within these 27, 28. I learned a lot. I'm just learning myself, learning discipline, which keep me going every day. Watching people like yourself, watching Lawrence. Shout out to Lawrence. You did an interview with him. He did the 30 days.
He did
Shout
30.
out to Lawrence, and just trying to stay positive people, and also you know just trying to keep going. Just
Yeah.
health is wealth.
Yeah. So what first made you start to do this? And how did you
Okay.
eat? Like, how did you eat before? Do you think you needed this cleanse?
Man, I eat it terrible. I needed this. It was like a buddy of mine started off like I run a Peachtree Road Race every year in Atlanta. So the Peachtree Road Race is coming up. And you get to a point where you be like, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And it finally got to the point where I got tired of hearing myself lying to people. You know what I'm saying? Telling people, okay, I'm gonna drop 15 pounds, I'll be able to run with you. And 8 months went by and I'm still doing the same thing. So I was like, okay, I was watching Bobby. I'm not sure if you know Bobby or not, or
Bobby
Kevin, but
Smith?
yeah, Bobby
Yeah, yeah,
Smith.
yeah. He's been on a
Uh,
bunch of times. Yeah.
yeah, I was watching him and I was like, okay, Joe, it's in Atlanta. We got a lot of restaurants and everything. So I was like, okay, man, you can go to this restaurant, you can go there. I was like, let's have some discipline. What can you do to show self-control and discipline? And one of the hardest things is to control is what we put in our mouths,
Hmm.
what we eat. So I
Yeah.
was like, okay, watermelon is sweet. I like sweet things. I was like, okay, let me give it a try. So day number one, I gave it a try, and I was like, okay, I can do it. Day number two, okay, I can do it. Day number three, my wife she bought some pizza for the kids, and I was just sitting around. I was like, man, let me go down these steps and smell this pizza. So I went downstairs and I smelled the pizza, and I was like, Joe, you came too far. You did 48 hours. You came too far to look back. Let's keep going. And it took off from there.
Wow, crazy. So
Hmm.
what has been the best part and what have been like a list of all the benefits and all the things that have happened?
Okay, the best part for me was day number five. Day number five, it was kind of weird. I was like I drank a bunch of coffee or something. I had a whole lot of energy. Day number six, it just exploded. Like I continued to work out. See, one thing I learned on this, you can't listen to what people say. Everybody's journey is different. So I had a
Mhm.
lot of people telling me, "Oh, you can't do this. You can't do that. You're not going to do this. I don't believe you was doing this." And I'm doing this for myself. I'm not doing this for everybody else. I'm just sharing my story, just like I watch you guys' YouTube channel and I watch other people's YouTube channel. I'm like, well, I can pick this positive information out here myself. You see what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
day number six was amazing. The benefits, man, I feel good. I feel light. I don't feel heavy. A lot of people, we go out here and we eat till we can't breathe and we say,
Yeah.
I gotta go home. I'm tired. On this watermelon, I just feel awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy to explain. A lot of people, don't believe it, but I'm not here to, my body weight speak for itself, and it's not all about just losing weight. It's about the spiritually, the mentally. I don't get as angry as I used to be angry sometimes, and I learned
Mhm.
how to just sit back and think and analyze situations and bring the positive out of anything that's negative.
I love that. And
Mhm.
how long do you think you're gonna go?
See, that's a question I get a lot. How
Mhm.
long I'm gonna go? I don't put a time frame on it. When I started, I like when I used to start things, I used to say, okay, I'm gonna eat all weekend, I'm gonna start Monday. I started last month sometime. I can't remember the specific day. I just know it's 28 days. But what I did, I was like, okay, I just woke up one day. I said, I'm gonna give it a try. Because when I put a deadline on things, I never accomplish. So it's been day by day, day by day.
That's good.
It's never like, okay, I'm gonna go 30 days. The longer I go, the better I feel about myself. And the crazy thing about this, I told myself on this journey, I just want to share it real quick.
Hmm.
I told myself, I said, I actually love myself. I told myself, I said, Joe, I love you. And that's
Wow.
one thing I never told myself in my whole life. I never looked at myself. It was like I just had a, I'm so proud of myself from controlling myself for what I put in my body and trying to better my health. And I was like, Joe, I love myself.
I
And
love that.
yeah, that was different right there. That was real different. So
See, such a spirit. It really takes us to a spiritual place when we do these cleanses. I did seven, even I just did a smaller one. I did 7 days.
I watch you. I watch you. I watch you.
Yeah, and I felt amazing. I needed that. I
Hmm.
felt like a huge difference, especially because both my
Yeah.
parents passed away within 2 weeks of each other
I'm
this
sorry
week.
to hear about it. I
Or
was
not
looking at
this
that
week.
online.
Thanks,
I'm
this
sorry to
year.
hear about that.
And
May
then
God
it
bless.
was just one thing after another ever since
Hmm.
that too.
Hmm.
So I was like numbing myself with like a ton of caffeine, like a ton of cacao drinks and
Hmm.
matcha drinks all day long. So even like very quickly you feel really good, really quick on the cleanse. Like I had a headache
Yeah.
for like 24 hours because the caffeine
I
dropped.
seen that. I
And
seen that.
then I
Yeah.
felt like so good. Did you feel,
Hmm.
so you felt pretty good pretty quick too, right?
I
That's how you
felt
kept going.
amazing. Like day number 6, like I told you, the adrenaline rush. It was like, man, I do a lot of working out. I do running, whatnot. And I just couldn't believe I had this energy. And I was 278, 279. Now I'm down to 252.
Hmm.
And from this morning, I got on the scale, it was like 250. So I'm giving myself 28 pounds, but fluctuating. So I'm going to
Yeah, and
say 25 to 28
and you're
pounds.
still working out. Like you still have energy, right? I think a lot
Yes,
of people
yes,
say,
ma'am. See,
yeah.
I documented it on Instagram so people can see, day by day. I want them to see the raw. And if you go to my first day, you can see I'm like my face was kind of like full of water and whatnot, and I'm slim trim, my muscles coming back. I feel amazing. I'm happy. A lot of people hit my DM and ask me how do I do it, and I just stay consistent, just being positive, man, and it feels good. Like I tell people, hey man, they say, hey Joe, man, you make me feel good. You motivation. I say, you telling me that is motivating me. So this positive energy that I'm getting from y'all is going in a circle. I'm just passing it back around. We
Yeah,
motivate each other.
true. Exactly. And has your life
Hmm.
changed at all, like as a result of the
Yeah.
cleanse? Because I know a lot of time we do these
Mm-hmm.
cleanses. I love asking this question. And then like,
Yes.
I don't know, we get really clear-headed, really spiritual, and we
Mm-hmm.
shift things outside of us too. Like we might shift like people we hang out with, our career, like
Yeah.
something, things just change around
And
us. Have you had that effect at all or no?
you notice things different. Me, I always been a genuinely happy person, but I've been going through some things personally, far as relationship things and stuff. And I learned to block out. I always used to be where I wanted to respond. It used to be a tit for tat. You say something, I say something.
Mm.
But it got to the point now where I just don't let negative things interfere with my positive energy. So I always stay happy. I'm always happy. I don't get frustrated at work as much. I used to, I drive 18 wheelers. I've been driving trucks for 15 years. Shout out to all my truck drivers out here.
Hmm.
I've been driving trucks for 15 years, and I used to get angry at just road rage. But I just learned on this journey not to make a big deal out of small things. Sit back, take a deep breath, and look at the positive instead of the negative out of situations. And that's how, I keep thriving. Every day I'm getting better and better every day. And if you see on my Instagram post when I'm running, see I'm getting better and better every day. God is
Yeah,
good.
you are. You're doing great. And take us through like a
Mhm.
day in the life for people who are wondering, like, what does a day in the
Mhm.
life on the cleanse look like? How many
Okay.
watermelons are you consuming? Are
Mhm.
you eating them and
Mhm.
drinking them, juicing them too, or just eating them?
Yes, ma'am. What I'm doing is I'm eating and I'm blending. If you like I told people, if you want a juice, it's cool on a juice. But
Hmm.
I feel me personally, I'm not an expert. I'm not the Bobby Smith. I'm not all the other guys. But I feel if you juice it, it's just for pleasure. You taking
Hmm.
separating the seeds and all the little pulp and you just juicing it. Don't get me wrong, juicing is amazing. Me,
Hmm.
far as how I've been feeding, I blend it and I eat it because I want everything out of the watermelon.
I
I
get
want
that.
the seeds. I want the poke, everything people don't like. See, I know a lot of people complain about seeded and seedless watermelon. That's cool. To each his own. But me personally, if you want the watermelon juice, don't separate the seeds from the watermelon to get juice. If that
Hmm.
makes sense, you might as well just go buy seedless watermelon because
True.
you
True.
still
Good
taking
point.
you still taking the seeds out of watermelon just to get the juice. So me personally, I prefer just blending it all up. That's what I do. I blend it in a blender. I wish I had the promotion like you, but I blend it in the blender.
Yeah.
and I drink it. And
That's good.
and I keep a cooler in my truck. For the people who wonder how I stay doing it so long, I keep a cooler in my truck. And I buy watermelon every 2 days. So a half a watermelon to give me, I drink two 32-ounce jars a day. A half a watermelon will give me four 32-ounce jars
Wow.
with the blending and everything. It's
Wow.
different when you juice it, you're gonna get less. But when you
Yeah.
blend it, you just get everything, the pulp and everything. So it holds in the glass. So I drink like two 32-ounce jars a day. If I do drink some water, I don't drink much, but I probably do add like some coconut water for electrolytes because I do a lot of running. But
Hmm.
majority is just straight watermelon juice.
Yeah, and you get
Watermelon.
yeah, like you're saying, you get so much from it, and it's so
Mm-hmm.
hydrating. Watermelon is just, I think it's one of the most water-rich foods, or like maybe it's the top number one. I don't know. But I
Exactly.
think because it's so hydrating, it just
Mm-hmm.
makes your cells feel so alive and like
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
cleansed, and
And
that's
and I don't know if it's a mind thing, but I've been doing my research a lot, and I love, as a truck driver, we love to watch YouTube. When we on our downtime, we like to
hmm
sit back and watch YouTube. And me, I said if I'm gonna watch something, even it got to the point I love to watch positive things, but just to backtrack a little bit on this journey, I don't want to see anything negative. I have a lot of people on Instagram that try to send me things. You might send me somebody getting hit by a car, a funny joke that's not funny. But when you on this cleanse or this journey, you see things different. So the things that I used to look at and be like, oh man, that's funny. I don't think it's funny anymore. I
hmm
don't think somebody getting hit by a car or somebody dog getting hurt or somebody getting hurt is entertaining anymore. So I'm glad while I'm on this journey, I see things clear, and every day I learn something different on this journey.
Yeah, it's like a shift in consciousness. Is this your
Yeah.
first cleanse ever? Is this the first
Yes,
cleanse you've
ma'am.
ever?
Like this is my first cleanse ever, even going this long. Now, back in the past, I did watermelon just to eat it and have fun,
Mhm.
but I never had the discipline. That's why I'm so proud of myself. I never had the consistency to really like to look these people in their eyes and let them know I'm really doing 28 days, nothing but watermelon. And I had some people yesterday to tell me, kind of heard them in the background, man, he not just doing watermelon, and
Oh
and
God.
and me, the negative side was the negative me back in the days when I'm like, man, how you gonna tell me what I'm doing? But the
Yeah.
positive me, like, man, I feel good because Joe, you really doing this. And it when like I tell people, if you don't have no haters, you're not making no noise. And I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing this for me. But for the non-believers out there, yeah, your boy, I'm really doing 28 days of watermelon. So I feel good.
I love it. And do you have a
Mm-hmm.
plan for after, or there's no plan? Like,
My plan, okay, so my
yeah.
plan to go in a little detail about my health a couple of years ago, as I'm 39. Back in my early 30s, I had to do a colonoscopy. I had polyps in like two cancerous polyps, precancerous polyps, and I had to really control how I eat. But when you young, you really don't pay attention to that stuff. So people out here, we sometimes we have to follow up on our own chart ourselves in this healthcare industry. You know what I'm saying? We have to do our own research and really look at our my chart because the doctor gonna give you paper and tell you, okay, have a blessed day. This is the medicine to take. You need to go do your own research on your my chart because you might be missing things. It's up to you to have follow ups.
hmm
So I went colonoscopy, had 15 polyps, two of them was precancerous. I supposed to change my eating habit then. I was eating a lot of ribs, down south we eat a lot of barbecue ribs,
hmm
all this chicken and all this. Went 2 years ago. Thank God I didn't have nothing but one polyp and it was precancerous. They cut it out. My brother he passed of cancer 2023 January. A week after he passed of cancer, I went to the doctor for abdominal pain. They found a mass on my adrenal gland, which was 6 months. 6 months, I didn't know if it was cancerous or not. It took six
No
months to
way.
find out that the mass was benign. I had to do all the blood work. They couldn't cut me open and do a biopsy. I had to do all the blood work. Well, not they that day I found out my kidney functions was kind of messed up. So I went out mentally, like when a doctor tell you something, you kind of lose when they tell you, okay, Mr. Robinson, we don't know if your mass is benign or cancerous, and my body went in fight or flight. Like I
hmm
just crying every day. telling my kids, everybody I'm loving, I'm looking at life different. But how I handle it, not knowing how to handle things, I went to just being open because I want the world to see this. I'm a real human being just like everybody else. I started using Xanax. So
Hmm.
Xanax to keep me calm, it was keeping me calm so I wouldn't go through this every day, not knowing if I had cancer or not. Because when
Yeah.
people like to watch my brother pass from it, it was like it it did something to me mentally, you know?
Yeah.
And
My mom passed from it too. She passed from cancer and it's crazy. Yeah.
yeah, so sorry to hear about it. So just you know what I was going through mentally, and I shut down to know a week after my brother passed what's going on with my body. But I finally bounced back, stopped using Xanax. I stopped abusing Xanax, and I just finally started getting myself back in the groove. So shout out to my man, Sewell. He pushed me. Shout out to my guy Claire. They all on Instagram. They pushed me to be better because they seen it in me to be a better person than what I was being mentally. So my boy Sewell, he was like, Joe, I need you to sign up for the Peachtree Road Race this year. I need you to go and get it done. You
Hmm.
did it 2 years in a row. So I was like, man, back to what I was saying earlier, I kept procrastinating. Then the watermelon just hit me. Now I'm ready. I'm down 25 pounds. I want to keep going. I want to drop at least 10 more pounds, 15 more pounds so I can be in running shape and continue to be
Wow.
light on my feet. But
Yeah.
that's my story. I'm sorry to go off
No, I
topic a little
like,
bit,
no, I'm
but
glad.
I
Thank you for
just,
opening up. And I'm sorry about your
yeah,
brother passing away from cancer. And think
thank
about,
you.
I mean, since you did have some health stuff going on, think about how
Yes,
deeply cleansing this has probably been then on the inside, right? There's a reason you're feeling so good. It's probably really done a lot of work. You've done a lot of work for yourself in the last month.
yes, ma'am. And my
Yeah.
to go back, I'm sorry, kind of went all over your question, but to go back, what I plan on doing in the future after this, I plan on just eating better. So I don't want to go back to meat. You know, I know a lot of folks say, "Oh, you need your protein. Your protein is in the meat, this and that." You know, I don't. If you like meat, more power to you. You know, I used to love meat, but I noticed on this watermelon, I still have the same amount of power. I even went to the
Hmm.
gym lifting 315 to show people that I still have the same amount of power that I had when I was lifting meat. I mean, when I was eating meat, I said lifting meat. When I was,
Lifted me. I love it.
yeah,
Yeah.
when I was eating meat. So you know, I feel good, and I want to show people like, man, just like I learned. I had some people say, "You just want attention, man." No, man, I'm putting this out here. I don't care about what people think of me, and that's what's wrong with a lot of people. We scared to share our stories because we worried about what the next person think, and the next person don't give a about you. You
Hmm.
know, you have to do what you do for you. So I'm just happy I could put my story out here, and
Yeah.
people that really, you know, want to know what's going on, I can share it with them. And I answer a lot of questions in my DM. And I understand how you guys, when y'all be so busy, y'all might see a message and you don't intentionally ignore the message. It's just
Yeah.
you have so much traffic that it's
Yeah.
hard to see it. And I don't have number 3,000 followers, but
Yeah.
it's amazing when
Yeah.
you know, how you reply. I appreciate you and your
Yeah.
time, but how you reply, it's amazing. So, man, keep
Yeah. I
doing a
love
good
to.
job on your end, you know?
Thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
You too. And would you say
thank
this
you.
has been like the best you've ever felt or one of the best
Man,
experiences of your life?
yes, ma'am. Besides, you know, my kids
Hmm.
and family, this is the best experience far as just showing me, man, I have discipline. I can do like I was scared to even take this. I usually be like, man, I can talk on camera and around people, but just to have someone question me about what I'm doing, I used to be like, my anxiety used to go through the roof. And I told myself this morning, I was like, Joe, if you can do a watermelon, bro, for 28 days, man, you can
Yeah,
answer her questions,
you're
man. What you
great.
running from?
You've gone longer than I've ever gone on watermelon. Well, I think the
Yeah.
longest, I think I did do 20, I think I did do 28 days once, 28 or 21. Do you know what
Okay.
you're going to break it with? Like what food you're
Um,
going to eat?
I've been doing my research now. Like I say, I've been watching Yakir Waking. I've been watching a lot of you guys online, a lot of ladies and gents. I've been watching y'all online, and I learned that you can't just go out here and eat no BS. If
Yeah.
you're gonna eat something, you're gonna have to take it light. So I want to refeed probably with some soup,
Nice.
some
Yeah.
soup or something to get my
Cool.
stomach back adjusted. Then I just want to go plant based
Yeah.
from there.
Well,
You
we
know,
can't wait to bring you back and see what happens. Like you're on such a good journey. I just feel so good about this for you. And any
Hmm.
advice for anybody watching who wants to feel better and wants to do a cleanse, maybe not even necessarily this long or this long, and they
Yeah.
just want to get the discipline like you
Hmm.
have?
So I tell people, I have a lot of people in my DM. I tell people, if you want to do this cleanse, just make it simple. Don't try to do 3 days, 4 days. Start off with 10 hours just to see can you do it. Then you go from 10 hours, you do 24 hours. Then you do 48 hours. So don't try to set the bar too high. Just it's all about elevating and
Hmm.
just getting better. Even you don't even have to do watermelon every day. You don't even have to do the cleanse, but make better decisions on what you put in your body. Then you can elevate from there and do the cleanse. And you have to start small. And a lot of this stuff, people, I want to let y'all know. I was a procrastinator myself for a long time, like I told y'all, 8 months. But once you lock in, you're gonna feel amazing. And a lot of this stuff is easier said than done. And I want y'all to know I'm one of those people. I just don't want to act like, oh, I'm just so highly right now, but I feel amazing. But what I'm telling y'all, man, I understand the people from the bottom that never started, and it's hard to start. The people that just talking, just take it one day at a time, man, and you'll feel amazing.
Yeah, well said. And it's the perfect
Mhm.
time of year to do it too, right? Because everything's
Yes,
in
man.
season. They're in
Yep.
season. Like, how
Yep.
could you
Watermelon
not?
season.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're so good. Well, this has been
Mhm.
amazing. I want to thank you so much for coming on. Oh, I
Mhm.
want to ask you too, have there been any negatives or overall it's just been like not much bad?
It's just been positive. I had one negative experience yesterday. I went to the gym, and it's bad gym in Atlanta, and I was doing some burpees, right? And I have lost a little bit of strength on the burpees, but that's about it. That's gym work. It kind of messed with my pride a little bit as a man.
Yeah.
I'm used to throwing it all the way up, but I did good. I'm feeling good. I did good. So that's
Yeah.
that's about it. But
Yeah, cool. Well, that's not that
it's
bad. You're doing
negative.
really amazing. I'm so excited
Mhm.
to just everybody go follow because your account is
Yeah.
so amazing, Joseph. I'll link it down below. And
Thank
thanks
you.
for coming on. I look forward to seeing what
Mhm.
happens next after with like your plant-based journey. I think you're doing so great and you're just headed in like the most positive direction. So
Mhm.
congratulations. And I'm glad your health
Thank
thing
you.
worked out and everything
Thank
is
you, man.
good. Thank God. So
Mhm.
that's amazing. So keep up the good work. Keep on inspiring all of us. We're grateful for you. We love you. So
Mhm.
thanks again.
Thank
And
you,
I
Miss
hope you guys
Barrett.
enjoy. Yeah, thank you. I hope you
Mhm.
guys enjoyed this. I'll put another couple watermelon cleanse videos on the screen right now. It's such a good cleanse. I've done it before too. It's definitely, I would say, up there with maybe my favorite or one of my favorites. And
Awesome.
be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.